Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I want to be talking about like my top 5 ultimates that I really enjoy, and I feel like they are really different from what most people like because it's just way different like from what I noticed. Yeah, so let's just get into it. Okay, so I'm gonna start with my favorite ultimate of all time, and it's Top. Top is the third ultimate that I've done after Uwu and T. And the reason why I like this ultimate so much is because for me it was completely different. It was not boring, unlike how everybody else says that it is. I think when people say that Top is like a very boring ultimate, like they're thinking about, well, P1 more specifically. And it is completely true that the fight doesn't really start until P5, but I even enjoy P1. I mean, maybe not as much, but like, I still like it. I still enjoy it, and I know it's crazy. But I mean, it's obviously not my favorite phase. I mean, I've done Top more than all the other ultimates. I felt like it was very unique and different, like in its own way. And I really didn't feel the same way about DSR or Fru. You know when you get to like the final phase of an ultimate and like the music starts playing and your heart is just like beating so fast? I remember when I was progging this fight, the first time I got to P5, my heart was just like jumping out of my fucking chest. The mechanics, like I said, it's like mostly about like how the fight makes me feel. Like every single time that I make it to P6, even after clearing the fight for like so many times, I feel like my heart just like starts beating so fast. Like it's just like, it's not a feeling that I get when I get to the end of an ultimate, like any other ultimate, like DSR or like Fru. But for Top, it's still the same way. Maybe it's because it's very fucking punishing and unforgiving. Like one simple fuck up is just like GG pretty much. But maybe that's the reason why I like it. Progging it was pretty fucking painful. I progged it with great people, basically. Like it was just good. P1 is whatever to me. I think P2 is I still like P2. I still think P2 is a very cool phase. P3 is not my, I think P1 and P3 are probably my least favorite in Top, but I would say P1 is definitely my least favorite, and then it's just like P3, and then probably like P4, P2, and then P6 and P5. P5 is still my favorite phase. I really enjoy like a fight if it has great music. If it has great music, then I know that I'm also gonna like it. I know it's very stupid, but like I know I'm gonna like it. I love the music. P5, P6 music is like incredible. I liked healing it, I liked optimizing it. I think the only problem I have with Top is like just P1 and the fact that like shit is just dying so fast now, and then like it's punishing tanks and DPS classes that need to build gauge and stuff. I think that's like the only issue I have, but it's like, I mean, it's already an issue with Fru as well at the moment. And I think P6 was also very, even though like at first when I got there it was way different for me than like any other ultimates, because like it was not only like you couldn't die to anything, you also had to like mitigate everything, like, and I mean like everything. Remember, I used to join parties and I was just there, and I am like usually not the first person who leaves the party, right? And I would just stay in the party for as long as everybody is staying, basically. If it's like Top, of course. It's just I just really like it. I just really like it. I don't know, like I like P2, I like P4, I like P5, and I love P6. Yeah, like the mechanics in P5 are just like, I like them too. I especially Sigma. I really like Sigma. I think Sigma is actually a very fun mechanic to do. Even though it was very fucking frustrating to prog it at first, but it was like, it's like interesting to me. It's fun to me. If you do it correctly, the feeling of satisfaction that you get is there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, let's talk about T. T is my second favorite ultimate after top. T was also the second ultimate that I've cleared, and I love the music, I love the mechanics. I think everything in T is just good. I think BJCC is probably like one of the... I would probably say that there's like... They don't make ultimates like these anymore. I feel like I might be wrong. It was like a phase that everybody had to do something. Well, DPS have like a very hard job to do. Healers have to heal. The autos, you know. I still feel like even after this whole time, and it's like, this is like legacy content, right? I feel like after this whole time, the autos like actually do hurt still. So I cannot even imagine, because I did not do this when the fight was current. I was not even playing the game. I cannot imagine how bad this was when it was current. I cannot tell you how much I fucking like that fucking song. It's really good. Wormhole for me is a very fucking fun mechanic. They put like a punishing mechanic right before the final phase. And there are like different strats for it. I forgot what's the strat that PF is doing on XC, I think, right? And then there's like Foxpaw. I've done both. And both of them are just fun to do. If you wanna like compare, if I want to like compare this fight with top, I would say I almost wanted to like put T first, but I feel like I have like a soft spot for top, so I couldn't do that. I have like the most fun in Perfect Alex because because shit is just like so funny when people like die to stillness. Especially when Dark Beacon or Light Beacon, they die to stillness or motion. I mean, mostly it's stillness, right? It's just very fucking funny, and then you see like 3 people dying. You just see 3 people die and then you're like, oh. Something else that I also wanted to mention about T is the Enrage and how they've done the Enrage. The boss is just going to like cast the Enrage bar, right? But T was so fucking cool. Like when he starts like putting people into like separate jails, that's like such, I think that's like one of the most like the coolest fucking Enrage that I've ever seen. I think T is just like a very fun mechanic to do. Like if I feel like I am bored and I want to do, you know, I want to like have fun, T is usually the ultimate that I would go for. Definitely. Okay. Now, I want to talk about why I decided to go with Fru and not DSR. Well, when I first started playing this game, it was like around like 2 months before I think Endwalker, so I actually had the chance to do the last year of Shadowbringers with Echo. With friends. So Shadowbringer, especially the last year, and like E12S, I really enjoyed E12S like a lot. So it was very special to me. It was when I first started playing the game and when I first started like getting a little better at the game, right? So I was really hyped for Fru. But when it came out, I thought it was going to be the coolest ultimate ever, right? But when it came out, I didn't like it as much as I thought I would. I felt like something was missing. Like I felt like they could have like added the light elements in P1. They could have made P2 so much cooler, I guess. They could have made like light rampant like way better, I think, right? But it wasn't quite like how I expected it to be. So I was a little bit disappointed. But progging through was also not the best for me, because like I made like a static and then I trialed some people, right? And then like, well, things happened and then I kind of had to like I didn't want to like kick people, so I had to like disband the static because like it was just not like one person. So and then after that I had like no other choice but to like prog it on Party Finder. I like didn't feel like I mean I felt like it was pretty much like you could pretty much like clear it on Party Finder, right? So I don't like P1 and I don't really enjoy P2. I feel like I like P3 if we don't want to count APOC. APOC is like, I don't really like APOC, but I like alternate relativity. I think that's like that's very cool. P4, I like P4. I really do like P4, and P5 is my favorite phase. I like P5 because I feel like these exos are like very I had quite like trouble when I first was like progging it. I couldn't quite like dodge like as good as I mean I still like sometimes get hit by them every now and then. I feel like these exos are like quite like different, like they have like different patterns every time. It's like not the same like top, but still it's not like there's like way too many patterns, right? But I like that. I really like that. I also really liked the music, because this was also my favorite music from like E8S, which unfortunately I never had the opportunity to do. But yeah, I feel like I would put through over DSR because it's just I really liked Eden rates, and that's like the whole reason for me to do that. Yeah, I think the ending, like the last cutscene, was also pretty fucking cool. I really like that, and do I hope for them to make another ultimate of like Fru? Maybe, like I think that oh, what the fuck? I think that it's cool to have like an easy ultimate every now and then, but I do wish and I do hope that the next ultimate they're gonna do could be better than Fru and harder than Fru. Yeah, that's it pretty much. Did we clear or not? I just want to know. Okay, it seems like a clear. Alright. Let's talk about DSR a little bit. This video is like, that I'm playing right now is like, the quality is really bad because I think I did this on PS4. DSR is not my favorite ultimate. I think the reason for that is because I didn't have the best experience when I was trying to prog it. So when I had like a static in, they were like, we all did like Uwu together, right? And that was like around the time that DSR came out. And then, I don't know, we decided that to do DSR as our second ultimate. And then the difficulty was just overwhelming. Like, it was very difficult. It was very hard to just jump from like Uwu to DSR, right? And then like after that, like we couldn't like go, we obviously couldn't like get past P3. So I think our static league just like disbanded the static after that, because like I feel like people needed more practice. Even I needed more practice because I didn't have like that much ultimate experience. So I joined like another group after like that static, and then it was kind of the same thing. I felt like the mechanics, the difficulties were just like incredibly high. They were like, I felt like it was not the right time for me to do it, because the same static that I joined, it was also like kind of like a casual mid-core static, and then like they could not get past P3 either. So I just decided to let it go. And then after that I just did T. And then after I did T, I was like, do I go back to DSR or do I do top first? So I decided to do top first because top was current, so there was no need for me to go and do DSR because everybody was doing top at the moment, right? So I did I did top, and after I cleared top, I decided to go back to DSR. And after that, I felt like the mechanics in DSR were not really as hard as I thought they they were not as hard as I thought they were going to be, because I don't know why, I felt like maybe because I had more experience with ultimate rating, so I didn't find the mechanics quite difficult. But I want to talk about the ultimate itself. The first thing that I don't like about it is that I feel like it's way too long. I feel like DSR is kind of like long. I remember like every time I was like doing it, I would just feel like I'm falling asleep, and then I look at my screen and I'm like, oh my god, we're like at P4 or we're like at P5 intermission or whatever, you know? I don't really know. The first issue I had with that, it was just like it felt extremely long for me. And that's pretty much it. I'm thinking about the phases that I didn't like. Well, I definitely didn't like P4. I did not like intermission, but intermission is not really like a phase, right? So I think I liked P3 more than P2. Sorry, P3 more than P2. Yes, I like mid-prog more than Thornton. But my favorite phase is P7. My favorite phase is P7, and then after P7, it's P6. No. It's P7, then P5, sorry. I feel like P5 is probably my, not favorite, but like, because P7 is still my favorite, but like, I feel like after P7 it would be my favorite. P6, I don't think healers are really doing shit in P6, it's mostly like a tank phase. So, yeah. I do plan on going back to the fight and doing it as a tank. It was really hard for me to choose between DSR and Fru. I didn't know which one I wanted to do, but it's, even if you check my FF logs, DSR is like a fight that I don't do very often, like, unless I am really, like, trying to help a friend, or like I just join like nerd parties, or if I have to like literally do it like another role, that's when you can probably see me in DSR. Other than that, I don't think I would ever go back into the fight because I enjoy doing it, because I don't think I do. But it might change in the future, I don't really know. It might change later. I do think that the fight overall is good. I do think it's like an incredibly great fight. It's the design is wonderful, but just not my... I think this video, just not my cup of tea. I also think this video is when I was doing the DSR loop run with Zeno, and my kidney stones were just like screaming, I guess. This was the same party, yeah. But yeah, that's my take for DSR. I know most people probably don't agree with me, but it's just not my favorite. Alright, holy, this video is also pretty fucking, like, the quality is dog shit, and it was also on PS4. This was my first Uvu clear. Like, as you can see, the fucking Astra still had like Nocturnal Sect, so Astra could shield heal, so it was like, I feel like it was like around like a month before Endwalker. Uvu was my first ultimate, and honestly, I don't feel anything for Uvu. It's probably like something that I don't want to do at all. I do remember though, when I was doing it, I felt my heart was beating so fast. I feel like the only ultimates that ever made me feel that way was Uvu, Top, not DSR. I never felt that way in DSR. Uvu, Top, and Fru, because I kept on fucking up exas. So my heart was beating a little fast sometimes in Fruit, but Top, it just happens every time. It's just like, it's a natural reaction. My heart just like beats so fast in Top. But do I really like Uwu? No. I don't think I do, but maybe like once a month I would do Uwu. I feel like the only mechanic I like in Uvu is suppression? Is it called suppression? I don't even remember. But oh my god, I'm just walking! I'm literally walking. Pop sprints, drops every fucking cast. Suppression is like the only mechanic I like in Uvu. And probably like Titan. Titan is also my favorite phase. Titan and Ultima. They're my favorite. They're my favorite phases. But like, what the fuck am I even doing? Holy! Like, I'm just like watching myself and I'm like, what? My take, and this was like, I was doing it with like people from Australia, and they were like really cool people. I did DSR with them, but unfortunately they disbanded. Because it was just, feel like doing DSR after Uvu was probably not the best move that we could have done. But yeah. So, UCOP for me is the last one. There's a reason why I decided to choose UCOB as the last one, and the reason is because it's probably like the only ultimate that I haven't done as much as the other ones. I do think that if UCOB had like another phase for me that I would enjoy more, like P3. I feel like P3 of UCOB, Bahamut Prime, is so fucking good. I I just enjoyed this phase so much, even though like most of it, like the mechanics were like during downtime, but the mechanics were just like so fun to do. They were like amazing, like the dashes and like, you know, grand octet and all that. Like it was just really good to do. I feel like if I like another phase more than like more than P3 or like any other phase, like I mentioned for Uwu, I liked Titan and Ultima, but if there was another phase in UCOP that I enjoyed doing as much as P3, then I probably would have like decided to go with UCOP. Then my least favorite would be Uwu, but like unfortunately, I feel like all the other phases in UCOP actually sucked. For me, Twintania fucking sucked. Male fucking sucked. And I didn't really think much of Golden Bahamut. I didn't really think of it that much because like I think that it was just like exo dodges basically, right? But I also heard that when UCOP first came out, it was absolutely shitting on people. Like I heard it was so hard. I heard it was like so hard that like people couldn't even do it because it was like a content that like people just like were like not really familiar with, and so it was just something. So every single time if I like check FFX and I see that someone has like cleared UCOP when it was current, I go, oh my god, this guy is a gamer. This guy is a gamer. So unfortunately I was not playing the game when UCOP was current, so yeah. But if I liked another phase other than like Bahamut Pine, then I probably would have went with UCOP. Yeah. Yeah, that's my take. I liked it, but I'm not gonna do it. Yeah. And I think this is like the end of this video. Thank you thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.